Good evening, cheese lovers. What is this magical thing that we refer to as raclette? Yes, it's a cheese. Oh, yes, it is a machine. Oh, and most excitingly, it is a technique for melting said cheese under said machine and scraping it onto another plate packed with goodness. I'm going to walk you through what is raclette, what is this thing, and how do we put it all together into the most delicious cheese experience possibly in the world. Raclette is a washed rind cheese from Switzerland. Washed rind meaning that it's rinsed in salt water while it's aging. So it gets this wonderful kind of peachy orange rind on the outside. It means that the cheese is moderately stinky. This is not a hugely stinky washed rind cheese. It's like middle of the road. It's got a nice cohesive texture, so when we pop it under our incredibly hot raclette grill, it melts really beautifully, but just on the surface, so that we're able to then remove it and scrape that melty gooey layer right onto our other foodstuffs. So what I've got here is my raclette grill. This is the heating element, and when I say it's hot, it's like the sun. So don't touch it, don't touch your tongue to it, don't let your hair fall on it, don't lean away and let your kids play with it while you're not looking. All will end in catastrophe. Don't touch it, needless to say. While I'm showing off my plate of goodness, I'm going to rotate what's called the cradle underneath the supremely hot heating element. And as you can see, the cheese is going to line up parallel right underneath the heat. And while that starts to get nice and warm and bubbly on the surface, I'm going to talk you through our traditional raclette accompaniments. When I say that you can put raclette on anything and it is delicious, you could like put it on a shoe and eat it and you'd be like, that's some good shoe, okay? So that's how delicious this cheese is. We're doing some pretty traditional raclette accompaniments, but we shake them up just a little bit. So first of all, we've got some oven roasted potatoes, delish, a big hunk of fresh sliced baguette, some little tiny cornichon pickles. Anyone who watches my Friday night cheese boards know I put these on everything. They also go on our raclette plate. We've got some pickled red onion right over here, just cut into kind of ribbons. And then I've got a selection of various charcuterie here as well, all of which is going to be absolutely dreamy with the cheese melted on it. Oh, it's getting bubbly. Can you see the steam? Look, you almost can't see me. So now that our cheese is super brown and bubbly on top, can you all see how super goo-tastic this is? I'm going to show you. Brown, bubbly, gooey. This is our special raclette knife. One side is a little bit fatter. We use that for scraping the cheese off. And one side is sharp and skinny like a knife. And so we're going to use that to scrape some of the cheese's rind, which is edible, onto the plate. So here we go. Raclette, melty gooey, raclette knife, fat side. And I'm going to slide all along there and put a nice dollop of goo-tastic cheese right onto my potatoes. Now, if I'm feeling particularly self-serving, I might give myself a second scrape and just get any of the ancillary cheesy bits off. Then, like a raclette superhero, I switch to the sharp side and I delicately cut the rind off the side, because this is like the icing on the raclette cake, so to speak. So we cut some of that nice rind right onto the cheese. I lay this aside, sorry for the mess, and then I have an absolutely outstanding plate of potatoes, pickles, charcuterie, fresh bread, covered with the most delicious melted cheese in the world. And now I'm going to eat it. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Eat some raclette soon. It's that good.